Since new season, masaya kaming lahat kasi makakalaban namin yung may mga bagong teams din na sumali and yung mga former teams last season. So, masaya kami. Basta nandito lang po kami magtrabaho and kung ano yung ini-ensayo po namin, yun po yung itong liga na to kasi mas marami kaming exposure.
Well, the vision of MPVA is in order for them young athletes have been given
Good afternoon mga kaliga. We are coming to you live from inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. It's another Friday and another Friday dito sa Manny Pacquiao's MPVA. The name's Nico Ayon. I will be your courtside reporter for today. And it is so fun to bring you this doubleheader ngayong Friday, October 10. Our first match it is the Binan versus the Quezon Tangerine. So kapit lang kayo. You're watching us on the Puso Pilipinas website. We have a lot of thrilling matches. Starting at 3 p.m. it is the Quezon Tangerines versus the Binan Arellano Chiefs. Both teams coming off straight sets victory sa recent game nila, kaya aabangan po natin yan. And then after that, it is Pasay Lady Voyagers taking on the home team, the Caloocan AM Spikers at 5 p.m. for our matches today dito sa MPVA. Kaya mga kaliga, kapit lang po kayo because more action continues here inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. For more action here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA. Of course, you can also watch this live stream on the Puso Pilipinas website and Smart, the official telco partner on Puso Pilipinas, and Smart Sports, our media partner. So you could catch all of that live and exclusive and free on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And of course, special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. So abangan niyo po lahat ng laro natin dito sa MPVA. Saan man kayo, we got you covered. Kaya mga kaliga, kapit lang po kayo up next because it is Binan versus Quezon when we return here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA.
It is a gloomy doubleheader Friday afternoon here in the land of the great, the land of unstoppable energy here in Bulacan. And here, get ready for another thrilling afternoon here in the MPVA as we can see, of course, two of the great top contenders we have last year in the MPVA, led by, of course, Camila Bartolome and, of course, Laika Tudlasan, going head-to-head here in the first match, October 10, here in Caloocan Sports Complex. The defending champions, Quezon Tangerines, and of course, the top contender last year, the finalist, Binan Arellano Chiefs. My name is Jong Panerian, alongside with me, of course, first time sharing the panel, Pons Galvez. Pons, both teams must have been really preparing. So much familiarity for these two squads. What are your expectations in this match today?
So as we mentioned, this is the rematch of last year's finals, but it's gonna be a totally different story because the core of Binan is different. So that's something we have to unravel and witness and be excited for today.
Definitely, so much expectation, so much hype. As early as now, this might be a glimpse of the finals for these two here in the second season of the MPVA. Plus, factor pa natin yung mga new teammates that both these squads actually have right now. And right now, Pons, let's take a look on the current standing that we have here in the MPVA.
So Dasmariñas still on top. Marikina got their first win. It was a historic win, but they lost again yesterday. But we're gonna focus today on Quezon and Binan. Quezon already had 3 games. Binan only with 1 game. So totally different stories, but it's definitely gonna be an exciting match for today.
Exactly. And of course, if you're Binyan, you want to prove to all of the fans that your first game opening win is not a fluke. It's not, it's not by luck. You're facing again with so much familiar foes. Quezon Tangerines stumbled during their opening game, and right now they want to maintain their immaculate record, their winning streak here so far in the MPVAs. Right now, Pons, let's take a look on the previous match that Quezon actually had contra San Juan Lady Knights.
As we look at the statistics from Quezon's win against San Juan, it was a straight set win. Looking at the stats, hindi man nagkakalayo yung dalawang teams. But something that we could consider as the strength of Quezon is yung championship mindset nila, the composure in the end game, and that's what gave them the win against San Juan.
Definitely, I couldn't agree more. Plus factor pa natin that these girls have been playing for many years now, the gelling, the familiarity to each other, nandyan yan. But of course, standing tall in their way again, familiar foes, nandito tayo, Binan Tatak Gels for sure. A bounce back heart will be at stake here in this match contra defending champions, Quezon Tangerines. And right now, let's take a look. Of course, now we saw earlier the statistics of Quezon Tangerines. But let's take a look, of course, the outstanding, the revelation of Quezon Tangerines contra San Juan, Camila Bartolome.
Revelation is the correct word, Sir Jong, because in the first game of Quezon, Bartolome just scored 1 point. In their second game, she scored 19. In the third game, she scored 15 off of 12 attacks, 2 blocks, and 1 ace. So she's definitely proven to be one of the main gunners for the Quezon Tangerines.
And Pons, not only as one of the main gunners, but I must say as well as one of the key pillars here for Quezon Tangerines. What a great key addition dito for Quezon Tangerines, having this super powerful rookie at Camila Bartolome. You could ask more from her, considering that you also have other players for Quezon Tangerines that could also score for your team. But right now, let's take a look. This will be a very good matchup of Laika Tudlasa naman for Binan. Of course, scored by Arellano Chiefs contra their previous match with Negros Immaculada Megawide.
So Binan also coming from a straight set win against Negros just last Tuesday rather. And as we look at the statistics, parang walang opening game jitters. They led in all statistics and had less errors. So kahit sabihin natin, nakakaisang laro pa lang ang Binan, they already performed well as if they were already veterans in this league.
Definitely, Pons. And yun nga, considering that they're actually playing in their home court. And Binan, of course, they're a surging squad, Pons. And right now, they really want to prove they right now must have just 1 win. But they want to prove to everybody here that 1 win is it's not a fluke. And right now, let's take a look first on the statistics of this rising star. Of course, the ever-proven Laika Tudlasan of the Binan Tatak Gels.
Tudlasan with 12 points off of 12 attacks. I remember we covered this game last time, and yung mga palo niya, very clean hits. She was the recipient of most of the combination plays from their setter. So as early as the first game, she has already shown that she's prepared for this league.
Definitely. And Pons, what made this game really very exciting, not only the teams, but the players, all of them has this proven track record. As early as now, I couldn't really think of who will have the edge of winning this match because everything here seems really pretty equal. And right now, I know that everybody is waiting to start off this game. A lot actually at stake in this match because both teams Pons fresh from a win, and both teams must have been really preparing to sustain that winning streak. But by the end of this game, only one team can maintain that winning streak.
And Sir Joe, also about preparation, nasabi natin 3 games na yung Quezon, 1 game pa lang yung Binan. Pero may dalawang different schools of thought dyan eh. Sa Quezon, yes, 3 games, babad na kayo sa liga. Pero Binan, 1 game pa lang, hindi pa kayo nasa scout masyado.
Oh, definitely.
So, that's something we could consider to see today.
I like that idea. And to all of our valuable fans here, you can catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusupi.com. Your game, your community. Join now, powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And right now, let's turn you over to our courtside to start and kick off this game.
Okay, Jong and Pon. So kanina, nakusap ko nga ang head coach ng Binan Tatak Jazz, Coach Obet Javier. And he told me, coming off their win over Negros, a straight sets victory, ang laki daw ng confidence boost yun para sa girls niya. And he said they needed that, especially today, that they're gonna go up against the defending champs, the Quezon Tangerine. Sabi niya sa akin, he expects all of them to step up. May magkakamali, but it's okay. They will eventually all bounce back. But he said he wants his girls to enter this match with a lot of confidence, with a lot of heart. At syempre, in-expect niya mag-step up si Laika Tudlasan, one of his young stars para dito sa Binan. He wants her to really be the leader of this squad, especially na today, harap nila ang defending champs. So tignan natin kung kaya-kaya nila ma-overcome itong Quezon. Balik sa inyo, Jong and Pon.
Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now. Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Well, the vision of MPVA to discover our grassroots talent, no? In order for them to have the platform and the opportunity to showcase their talents, because not everyone, especially our young athletes, no, have been given the chance to play at a national or at a higher level, especially our young talents from Visayas and Mindanao. MPVA, or all of the sports leagues ni Manny, it's really a platform, no, for them to grow, to be discovered by bigger leagues, not just in the country but also worldwide. Again, going back to the purpose, no, one major benefit would be to discover your local talents, no? Especially, for example, if you have a team in Cebu, if you have a team in Davao, in Iloilo, Boracay, and you have very impressive players, no, you don't know where to showcase them, MPVA is the way. So we have very limited na mga leagues, especially volleyball leagues, and with MPVA and Manny Pacquiao behind it, I'm sure that your players will be given the exposure and the opportunity to be discovered by bigger leagues.
Well, 2025, we expect another exciting season. This is actually our second regular season, and we've got new teams. Malamang yan, kilala nyo naman yung mga players there because they are really strong teams in the university leagues. And of course, we will still follow the home and away. Whenever we have a chance to go to the local LGU of the team, we'll definitely do that. But most of the games will be within Manila. So again, it's accessible to all of our fans na manood ng live. And I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of new names that will be coming out na mapapanood natin na magagaling na volleyball players for this year.
Presenting our officials for match number 13. First referee, Mr. Michael Taro. Second referee, Mr. Paul Fromil. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second season of Manny Pacquiao's Mahardika Pilipinas Volleyball Association, ang Liga para sa Lahat. This is the first match of our double-header game, a game between Quezon Tangerines versus Binan Tatakgel Arellano Lady Chiefs. Now let's meet the starting six for both teams. Starting with the Quezon Tangerines, led by their team captain, center number 1, Chene Basarte. Outside hitter number 11, Shekinah Lieses. Another outside hitter number 12, Shahana Lieses. Opposite hitter number 14, Yesha Rojo. Middle blocker number 15, Fiona Inocentes. Middle blocker number 21, Sam Nolasco. And their first libero, number 17, Jessa Doron. Quezon Tangerine will be coached by head coach Jerry Yee. And now let's meet your Binan Tatakgel Arellano Lady Chiefs. Starting with their team captain, number 8. With their middle blocker, number 2, Sam Tinantira. Outside hitter, number 7, Laika Tinlasan. Opposite hitter, number 10, Marian Padillion. Outside hitter, number 14, Hart Villaflores. Setter, number 15, Catherine Demasic. Number 16, another middle blocker, Kaisley Punzalan. And their first libero, Harem Camales. Binan will be coached by head coach Roberto Javier.
And there you go, your usual suspect dito, especially for Binan Pons. You have Punsalan, of course, Tudlasan. And for Quezon, despite Undangan and Bartolome not starting, you have Lieses and you have Innocentes starting here for Quezon.
Yes, we mentioned Bartolome in our pre-game. And she's not part of the starting lineup. But we know that this team is intact, has chemistry, and having Lies as a replacement for Bartolome is still a
Yeah.
good thing.
Exactly. And you know what, Pons? I really do not understand, no? Why do we have to let these two teams face each other as early as now? I mean, here comes Quezon. They stumbled during their opening game. They bounced back twice. And then, of course, itong Binan swinging in with the win in their opening matches. But unfortunately, Pons, one win will have to endure the suffering of experiencing a defeat. We know that these are, the top two teams during the previous season of MPVA.
Yes, sir. We mentioned in our previous coverages that we're gonna have a double round robin format. So definitely makikita-kita tong mga
Mm.
teams na ito.
Exactly. And itong dalawang kumpuna na to, we know that Quezon ito po is powered by Benilde. And ito namang ang Binyan are in core natin is from Arellano. They are, no stranger itong dalawang kumpuna na to. Familiarity nandiyan na yan. So let's see which team will have a better execution. But for now, I think it looks like Quezon starting this game really very strong.
Yes, a strong start for Quezon. And these two teams are podium finishers in
Yeah.
the NCAA, the core of these teams. So it's definitely going to be an exciting match. Hindi lang yung teams na nire-represent nila ngayon, but also their collegiate teams.
Definitely. And Pons, sa banggit mo ako, collegiate team, and I know you yourself is a valuable player. And sabi ko nga dito, I mean, they've already faced each other many, many times. So how do you handle, how do you prepare if your opponent, if you already have an experience facing your opponent?
I think the best way is to just treat this as a normal game.
Mm-hmm.
Kung kaya nyo alisin yung pressure na, NCAA rival namin tong team na to, that would be good. Because malalabas na yung totoong yung laro if you're not as
Yeah.
pressured.
And definitely, nandun talaga yung baway. But meanwhile, Pons, kita natin using the hands of the blocker and scoring here for Binyan.
Villa Flores, the second best scorer in their last game. Talking about Binan, strong start for her.
Certainly. But this time, impenetrable here for Binyan.
That's something that has worked also in their last game. Binan, their height was a great factor against Negros. And look at that.
Yeah.
That was Padillon, the opposite spiker for Binan.
Pons, ako sa'yo kinaasa to. Two of the two outside hitters dito ng Quezon Province are the Lieses twins. For sure, malilito tayo dito whether it will be Ash or si Kay Lieses yung pupuntos. But this time, Sam Nolasco, always an automatic point.
That's what's great with these two teams. Lahat pinapagana ng setters,
Oo.
and Sam Nolasco definitely a woman to be marked today.
Definitely. And look at her length. Definitely, you cannot just underestimate Sam Nolasco. But this time, reloading here for Binyan. Good anticipation. This time, Lias sa gitna. Good coverage here. Basarte, Sam Nolasco will try. And that will be inside.
We know Sam Nolasco is not just a player with power. She also plays with her mind. Look at that. That was not a perfect set.
Oh.
Pero pinaraanan. She used a tip to score that point.
And experience-wise, I mean, sabi mo nga po, it's not a perfect set, but Sam Nolasco was able to make the most out of it. But this time, ganda naman talaga ng bawi dito. That is Domasig scoring a point here for Binyan.
What also worked for Binan in their last game was yung paggamit ng middle attackers. Domasig perfectly giving that to Punsalan.
Punsalan,
Yes.
sorry. But Pons dito, I mean, of course, you're expecting Bartolome and Tudlasan to have a good matchup. But yeah, you know what? Sam Nolasco and Punsalan, I mean, your middle hitters is also a very good matchup here in this game. But this time, attack from the pipe. Basarte now. Lieses adjusting. Good coverage. Ball is still up. Sam Nolasco. Wow! An automatic point for Sam.
That was a differential play for Sam Nolasco. It was a higher set than the usual quick attacks we usually see.
Ganda naman nun. But this time, Sam Nolasco will be at the back. And you really cannot underestimate talaga, Pons, you know, the power of Sam Nolasco. I mean, she was even invited by Alas Pilipinas to be part of their pool. And right now, responsible for the championship ng St. Benil and also for Quezon Tangerines last year.
Look at this on the other side of Binan, Domasig. She's a very aggressive setter. She tries to dump the ball and do 1-2 plays as much as she can.
You know, we not usually see mga setters kasi natin in scoring, but of course, Dumasig, ito itong Basarte, these two, they are, I must say, the cerebral assassin of their squad, really making a way talaga to, of course, to chip in points. But this time, isa na lamang ang inahabol dito, make it 2. And because of that error, that will lead us to our first technical timeout. Lamang ang Quezon, 8-6.
Game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Nagbabalik ang Manny Pacquiao sa MPVA, ang liga para sa lahat. Jong and Pong, kanina nakausap ko nga si Samantha Nolasco, one of the young players and stars para dito sa Quezon. And we had a very interesting conversation. Sabi niya sa akin, nag-start na siya mag-volleyball nung high school. She thinks relatively medyo naging late bloomer siya. And ang totoo niyan, napapanood lang niya dati ang volleyball sa TV from UAP, NCAA. She would just watch it. Pero ang nag-push talaga sa kanya na maging volleyball player at itry yung volleyball ay yung coach siya nung high school, nung nasa Batasan pa siya, by the name of Coach Karen. Lagi daw siyang sinasabi na kung hilig mo talaga yung laro, give it a try kasi ang dami mong potential na maging magaling sa sport na to. And then dagdag niya, ngayon na nasa Quezon na siya, sabi niya, si Coach Onyok naman ang nag-push sa kanya na maging the best player she can be. And that's what she hopes to do for the Quezon Tangerines throughout this tournament. One of the main leaders. At sabi niya, gagawin ko ang lahat na makakaya ko para maibalik ulit ang championship dito sa Quezon. Break sa inyo, Jong and Pon.
Well, thank you for that, Nico. Well, I like it. I mean, each one way or another, there's always one person who motivates us, who paves the way for us to be one great athlete. And of course, here's Sam Nolasco. Look at what, you know, one of the most decorated middle blockers, I must say, dito for Quezon Tangerines. Meanwhile, as we can see on the replay, Tudlasan recognizing Punsalan on that quick.
Punsalan, sabi niya, hindi ako magpapahuli kay Nolasco. I'm also a very capable middle attacker.
Just on cue, Pons. And I think that is Punsalan who did that block.
That was tira-tira, Sir Jong. And I think it's just the same trend. Tinatry nilang gamitin as much as they can yung middles. But this time, ang pinakita naman yung middles is yung blocking prowess nila.
And you know, I like watching a team that not only the wingers do the scoring, but also the middle. And this time, just like that, how about those blocks coming from Binan?
Binan team as early as now tallying at least 3 blocks already.
Wow.
So I think it's playing off the way that Quezon has already had 3 games. Mas nababasa na nila yung opensa.
And also, Pons, was it a factor since sabi ko magkakilala na itong mga to? I mean, was it a factor that they've already, you know, the familiarity is already there?
Yes, definitely. If you have scouted this team in the past seasons of the NCAA, mas may knowledge ka na on how they play, on their offensive tendencies. But in that specific instance, Inocentes, hindi nabasa ng Binan yung opensa niya.
Well, let's see what will they play now. Good first ball from Tudlasan. Just basic volleyball dito. Reloading here for Binan. That will be outside. No check. Yes, there is no check. Point for Quezon.
Tudlasan, that combination play has been executed a couple of times in the last game of Binan. This time it's just unfortunate that nailabas ni Tudlasan yung bola. Not the perfect contact.
And with this match, this close points, the firepower, very equal. I mean, it is the team who can minimize their error will surely have the advantage of winning this game. But meanwhile, Basarte, pupuntahan, Lieses. Basarte one more time, going reverse, and that is a point for Quezon.
Rojo dug by Binan, but Binan not communicating properly. That was still a high ball.
And this time, here comes Binan calling for a timeout. Let's listen in. And of course, I mean, that timeout, more than just calling for a timeout, I think that is also very strategic ones. I mean, here comes Quezon already getting their momentum. I think it is a perfect time for them to freeze that momentum. And for Binan, the best thing that they could do is actually to translate whatever strategy that they had during the timeout, and let's see if they can. But meanwhile, Quezon reverse at dito. Rojo, simple lang, yet very effective here.
Rojo scored 9 points in their last game. Talking about the Quezon team, the Quezon Tangerines, and ang dami niyang off-the-block shots na na-execute perfectly last game, and as we see, na-apply niya yun today.
Exactly. Ito si Rojo, pag nakikita ko to points, I am always calling her the silent operator. I mean, alam mo yun, nothing so fancy, not so flashy, but yet really very efficient.
As we mentioned that, sobrang efficient din ng blocking ng Binan. Another block, I think this time it was from Tira-Tira.
Wow. I think that is her second block already here, just
Look
in
at this, the way
first
she
set.
timed, the timing, the pressing of the arms. Something that they've sort of really put effort on when it comes to
Yeah.
their training.
I couldn't agree more. Let's see how will Quezon respond here. Rojo one more time. And that will be Villa Flores.
Villa Flores had an attack error a while ago from a back row set, this time in the front row as well. So maybe they have to talk her and Domasig on the height of the set, the speed of the set, or maybe time her attacks well. A lot of adjustments can be done.
Certainly, and for sure, those little talks, makakapag-adjust agad sila dito since they've been playing for many years na. And just like that, that's how you respond after that error.
Tira-Tira again, this time from an offensive play. A while ago, she has scored a couple of blocks, but this time,
And that was a power spot presented by Smart Power All 99 load now.
Nolasco on the other hand, gumante. And so far, the trend continues. Yung paggamit ng middle attackers. This time, it was a slide, a back quick set. So, Nolasco scoring from different types of set from Basarte today.
And I think those sets from the middle pawns are possible because of also the good passing ng mga liberos natin. No? I mean, they are the unsung heroes of these two squads. But I think those sets will not be possible without that good passing ng ating mga libero.
That's correct, sir. Importante yung pasa para
Oo.
magamit mo yung gitna.
Exactly. Just like that, Basarte, pupuntan Lieses. What a cross-court kill coming from Lieses. And because of that, Quezon one more time will lead us to our second technical timeout, 16-13.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Well, catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community. Join now, powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partner Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And right now, points, I mean, we're already halfway through on ending this first set and we've seen such great, talent ng mga ng ating mga middle blockers. But there's an error, I guess.
If I could notice something, maybe Binan having a slow start today. Some uncharacteristic errors. Their passing has been very stable in their past game, but maybe the services of Quezon really challenging them. Take a look at that. That was a service ace from Nolasco.
In Pons, we haven't heard much of Tudlasan so far. We haven't heard so much. I mean, it has been their middles, Punsalan and Teratira actually doing the scoring here for Binan. Combination. And that works here for Binan.
Villa Flores having a successful attack this time, and magandang bawi yon as she heads back into the back row to serve.
Definitely.
Take a look at this replay. That was a high ball. She used the fingers of the blockers to make it unreachable for the floor defense.
And this is the lead is still manageable. I mean, but this time simple lang. Lienses again scoring here for Quezon.
And for the side of Quezon naman, kanina nabanggit natin yung scouting ng Arellano ng Binan. It might have worked better, but this time yung Quezon, yung mid-game adjustments like what Liesa did in that play. It was not a strong attack, but she scored because she adjusted with the set.
Exactly. Well, I like your point, Pons, on the mid-game adjustment because, I mean, of course, umpisa, maybe they still have some jitters. But, adjustment on the mid-game is also very important. But this time, mahabol ditong Binan.
A player that Quezon has to adjust for is Domasic because she has many ways on how she could score. Kahit sabihin nating setter siya, yung second ball contact niya, it's very dangerous because anytime she could put that ball back to your court.
I like it. Well, let's see. Since this will be an opportunity for Quezon, Rojo. Wow. Very simple volleyball here for Rojo.
Rojo, minention natin yung kanyang capabilities to score off the block. This time, sa kabilang side naman, sa left side. Not her usual position. But that was a good off the block shot. Angled it towards zone 1.
Napakasimple lang, but yet, sabi ko nga, very efficient and effective here for Quezon. Here comes on your screen Camila Bartolome, your leading scorer on their previous match. Liesa is serving here for Quezon. Tudlasan receiving it really well. And there you go, just on cue, Pons. You've been asking for it.
Domasic have scored at least 3 points already in the first set. She is a setter, but she's one of the top scorers so far for Binan. Look at this, she jumps, attempts to set, but no, she sends the ball back.
Really very deceiving yung 1-2 play doon ni Domasic. And that will be inside.
Okay, she now has 4 points. Sabi,
wow.
Hindi lang, kahit setter ako, hindi lang ako sa harap makaka-score. I could also score from my strong services. A left-handed float serve right down the line. And palapit ng palapit ang score natin, sir.
And just like what I told you, Pons, this could still be anybody's game. Rojo one more time. Opportunity now here for Binan. Tudlasan. Good coverage here coming from Gitigan, but no good.
That's a good thing na pinapaliit talaga ng Binan yung lamang kasi it's hard na makipagpalitan ka lang at this point of the game. It's important na you make a streak of your own.
And yung Pons, you've mentioned earlier the mid-game adjustment. Well, we see here right now that with Binan on how they're adjusting. And isa na lang ang hinahabol dito ng Binan kontra Quezon.
Domasic now with 5 big points only in the first set for a setter.
And
So
the
that's
leading scorer.
something- Yes, a leading scorer for the Binan side. That's something we don't usually see.
Yeah. But now we see
Yes.
that it's possible pala. But this time, let's see Lieses. Basarte setting this up. Bartolome! Wow!
Welcome to the game, Camila Bartolome. Ang dami niya ring baon na palo in the past
Oh.
game. And it's nice to see her activated right away. Look at that. It's an amazing shot. Isa lang yung blocker niya. That's something you would not want to do if you were Binan.
Good point, Pons.
This time, Inocentes with an ace of her own. Ang goal naman ng Quezon, if you're Quezon, huwag niyong hayaang bumawi yung Binan. You're already at the end game. You had such a good start. So, it's hard to waste it. You do not want to waste the lead that you've made.
Of course. I mean, more than starting strong, you have to finish it strong. Rojo denied. This time, pupuntahan. Tudlasan adjusting. Basarte. Bartolome denied there.
That was another block by Binan. They have really read the offense of Quezon well. Sabihin natin, yes, bagong substitution si Bartolome, but for sure they have studied how this lady attacks. And it shows.
At lahat na ng tira dito ng Quezon, bilinak na ni tira-tira ng Binan. 4 blocks, if I'm not mistaken, Pons, for tira-tira.
The middle's really a big factor in this game for Binan.
Crucial error here for Binan. Just 2 more points for Quezon to snatch this set 1. A timeout will be called here for Binan. Let's listen in. Well, so far, I must say, yes, this is a 3-point lead for Quezon. But, I mean, this timeout, Pons, I mean, this could be a do or die. I mean, that could break the momentum of Quezon. But here for Binan, we may not hear yung pinag-uusapan nila. But here for Binan, they really need to do something. They have to translate whatever instruction that their coach told her on that timeout. And let's see now, because just 2 more points here for Quezon to snatch this set number 1, as Quezon will do some substitution. Castillo will be coming in here for Rojo, and Basilio for Basarte. Double substitution for a full rotation.
And also, Quezon wants a taller front line, a more offensive front line. That's why they put Basarte back. But Basilio also very much part of the system of this team. So it's exciting to see. We hope that she could step up at this latter part of the set, because kanina pinasok si Cafe for the side of Binan and she committed a service error. So consistency and minimizing errors is also important in end games.
Especially minimizing error. But this time, oh, that is still good. Basilio now, Sam Nolasco, just like that, scoring a point for Quezon.
Sam Nolasco, more than 5 points already in the first set. Kung sa side ng Binan, si Dumasig yung top scorer for sure. Sa side ng Quezon, Nolasco is gonna be the main woman to be the source of points.
And
Lalo na sa end game, sir.
Oh. And how you cannot notice Sam Nolasco. That height, but no, says Binan, they're still alive here in this game.
Tira-tira says this game is far from over. This set still up for grabs. Take a look at that. Domasig already at the back of the spiker, pero naparaanan pa nila na maibigay sa middle sa quick. And it shows how strong this system is, na they're able to adjust kahit hindi perfect yung reception.
I like that you talk about the system, and I think they show us a glimpse on how effective their valuable systems are. But this time, Sam Nolasco ending this game on that hit. And Sam Nolasco here for Quezon Tangerines. Always reliable, finishing strong and ending it strong for Quezon 24-21. 25-21.
Download the kick.
Only projects, plans, play. Valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And Quezon Tangerines drawing first blood here contra Binan in this much well anticipated rematch of the top contenders 25-21. Pons, I mean, we saw how close the scoring, especially before the first technical timeout. Everybody's contributing well. For Binan, for Quezon as well, you have Sam Nolasco in Tira-Tira. Your
Yes.
middle here for Binan.
Yes, sir. Both teams showed us glimpses ng mga sistema nila. Because these teams are not newly built just for this MPVA season, pero they're collegiate teams, collegiate cores. So for sure, yung system nila gusto nilang ipakita. Ang nagmatter lang is mas consistent itong side ng Quezon. Binan showing errors in the early side of the set. Nakabawi, but they were quite late dun sa pagbawi nila. Doon natin sinabi yung importanteng magandang simula, but also the strong end. And
Yes.
as we take a look at the statistics, 5 blocks, that's the most glaring
Wow.
statistics. Pero 5 more errors then on the side of Binan. So the fact that Quezon only tallied 2 errors, it just shows how mature they are as a team.
Yeah. That's how yung 5 blocks. I mean, those 5 more errors, it's like na-compensate lang yung 5 blocks dito ng Binan. But in this match, this close points, sabi ko nga, I mean, the team who can minimize the error will surely have the advantage. Meanwhile here, Binan, Basarte will set this up. Inocentes, oh, the ball is still good. Gitigan, Basarte, binalikan dito. Lieses, and it will be a point. Error here for Binan.
Error for Padillon on the side of Binan. So a slow start again, but it's just the first point of the set. For the coaches, they usually allow the players, umpisa pa lang, bawi agad. That's what matters.
And Quezon May won the first set points, but that is a very close first set. And for sure, itong Binan, they also gained the momentum that they need to carry here in the second set. But error here for Quezon.
Yes, and talking about errors, errors are what cost Binan the first set. Kasi yung 5 blocks, hindi biro yun. Sometimes
Yeah.
teams tally 5 blocks in a game.
In a game na.
But this side for Binan, in just one set, nakalimang blocks
Wow.
sila against a strong offensive team like Quezon. So that's something to bounce off from kung
I
gusto mo
like
ng
it.
confidence heading into the second set.
That's something that they can capitalize. I mean, they just have to minimize their error. But let's see here, Tudlasan. I've been waiting for Tudlasan. And for sure, a lot of fans been waiting for her. And Undangan scoring a point here for Quezon.
For Quezon, it was number 18, Ondangan. So pinalitan some changes in the rosters of both teams to give more opportunities for other
Yeah.
players to shine. Because this league is also an opportunity for them
Yeah,
to see the chemistry.
definitely. And of course, if you're coming off the bench, I mean, you have a different perspective on what's going on inside the court. But meanwhile here, and this is what I like Alvar Binyan. And this is something that I didn't see during the first set, the celebration in each and every point. And here right now in the second set, well, maybe this is something that they need for them to, to snatch a set contra Quezon.
Yes, and that was Abitria. Also a new addition in this second set for the side of Binan. So new players, new chemistry for sure,
Yeah.
new plays that could be executed.
Certainly. This time, pupuntahan. Oh, that is still good. Pia, Basarte will set this up to Ondangan one more time.
New names ang mga naririnig natin this second set for the side of for actually for both teams, but this time for Quezon, Ondangan again. Pero same lang yung ginagawa niya sa ginagawa ni Rojo na pinalitan niya, off the block shots, continuously working for the side of Quezon.
Definitely. And I think that touches the antenna. A point, an early error commitment hit dito for Binyan. A point here for Quezon.
Errors, definitely. Actually, yung 7 errors is not really that bad, but if you're gonna compare it to the 2 errors of your opponents, doon tayo nakikita natin discrepancy sa play ng dalawang teams.
This time to Dlasan, still trying to get her groove here.
Nolasco showing her blocking prowess this time. A lot of spikes from her a while ago. Her height, her long arms. Sam Nolasco, really a key player.
Undangan. That is too wide. 3-point here for Binyan.
The past couple of games, we've really highlighted Bartolome. But Nolasco is definitely one of the main organs of this team.
And here for Quezon and for Benil, since the departure of Micah Go and other seniors, I think it's only Sam Nolasco left. So she's expected, of course, to lead the team more than the scoring. But yung leadership, and just like that, just on cue, Sam Nolasco once again score for Quezon.
Kababanggit lang natin, she's almost nearing the double-digit mark.
Wow.
Look at this, another slide play, back set rather, for Basarte. Yung connection ni Basarte and Nolasco, it's also something we must highlight in this game.
Well, let's see for sure. Basarte will be going, but you have Lieses here for Quezon.
Lieses. The only part of the Lieses twins, isa lang, number 12. It's Sha Lieses.
And because Basarte keep on going to Sam Nolasco and Sam Nolasco keep on scoring, nadadala ni Sam Nolasco yung mga blockers dito ng Binyan, giving so much opening here for the wingers ng Quezon.
As we mentioned, Nolasco naman sa side ng Quezon, dito naman sa Binyan, it's Domasic again. Really, hindi siya nahihiyang pumalo, hindi siya nahihiyang pumuntos. Because you know it's working eh. The confidence as a setter to try and attack the ball and consistently score. Parang may mata siya sa likod niya, and that's amazing to watch.
And Pons, it is not every day that you see the setter as the leading scorer. I mean, for your squad. Wow, make it 7 for Domasic here for Binyan.
This time, pumalo naman si Domasic. She's a left-handed setter. Ngayon, gusto ko na siyang tawaging attacker, but she is a left-handed setter. So, it benefits yung position ng setter na nakaharap ka sa naka-perpendicular angle ka towards the net.
Well, let's see if the surging Domasic can still continue to score here for Binyan. That will be inside Binyan again. We're tied at 7 here.
And that is Tudlasan. We've wanted to really call out her name this game, but so far Just one of her first few points. So we could see, nakakalipad tong player na to. She has the smarts to work with angles sa kanyang mga palo.
And scoring an ace here. Binan, what an ace. Coming from Abitria, leading and giving Binan the first technical timeout, 8-7.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Back to live action here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA. Jong and Pon listening in on the huddle of Binan entering this second set. Head coach Obet Javier and his staff reminded their girls to double the effort on the defensive side of the ball. Paalala nga ni Coach Obet, yung defense natin, kailangan pa natin igihan. Yung offense nandun naman, pero yung effort sa depensa, yun ang kailangan natin idoble. Especially kalaban natin ang defending champs. Hindi maiwasan magkamali, pero ang importante, yung effort at energy nyo, lagi nandun. Kaya ngayong quarter na to, gusto niya mas igihan pa ng girls on both sides of the ball. Tignan natin kung maitutuloy nga ba ng Binan ang kanilang effort na pinakita sa first win nila in straight sets at kung makakabawi sila dito sa set number 2 laban sa Quezon. Break sa inyo, Jong and Pon.
Well, I like how Binan pointing out that they need to work out their defense. Of course, here come Quezon. They all have a very formidable attacker, so you really have to strengthen not only your floor defense but as well as your net defense.
That is correct. But napatunayan nila that they have the net defense. And maybe coach was pertaining more on the floor defense part. Because always, kahit ang ganda naman ng performance mo, the coaches always ask for more.
Oh, definitely, of course. But meanwhile, dito Pons, lamang na dito ang Binan ng tatlo. Basarte na Sam Nolasco, gagawa ng paraan. But no, another point here for Binan.
A couple of attack errors for the side of Quezon. Early timeout right away for them.
And of course, it is a high time for Quezon to call for a timeout. It's very pretty obvious points that Binan already getting the momentum, and I believe that they got that momentum towards the end of the first set. Now the struggling offense dito ng Quezon is something that they need to work out. Binan is giving them a really strong net defense, really denying all of their attacks. So let's see how are they going to respond after this timeout coming from Coach Jerry Yee.
Yeah, we always hear na volleyball is also a chess match. So bawian yan eh. So it's not because you perform great in the first set, does that mean na hindi makakabawi yung kalaban? Because pag nabasa na ng kalaban yung mga palo mo, your offense, it's hard to, you have to reply.
Exactly. And tignan natin paano magiging sagot dito ng Quezon. Celebrating too early, but our first referee says no check.
Yes, you have to take a look at this replay. Tudlasan.
It's kind of hard to judge,
It's
no?
hard to call. But we have to follow the referee's decisions.
This time, that quick will not work. The SS will give a free ball opportunity dito. Oh! That is inside, Pons!
That's another spike by Domasig. So Domasig definitely elevating the way she scores. Kanina, drops. Second ball tips. Ngayon, pumapalo na rin talaga siya. And she's really taking over for this team.
Wow. And I like how she recognized that there is a free space dito sa likod ng depensa ng Quezon. But meanwhile, Basarte. Whoa!
We were just talking a while ago about how you have to reply sa ginagawa ng kalaban mo. And Basarte, look at this. No one was near that ball. No one was ready for that attack by Basarte.
And just when we thought that this will be a match between the outside hitters, no points. This will be a match of these great setters, Dumasig and Basarte.
And Domasig finally getting blocked by Quezon. I was thinking a while ago, Quezon as a team, they should really mark Domasig na. Consider her one of the spikers of the opponents.
Sobra na daw, sabi ng Quezon. But responding early here.
It was Tudlasan, slowly but surely getting her groove.
Oo.
Take a look at this. She was just standing, giving a free ball, pero kahit nagbibigay lang, ka lang ng free ball, you can be smart.
Yes, I like it. This time, Basarte. Yes. Good coverage here for Binan. Opportunity here for Quezon. Ashley SS scores here for Quezon.
The SS, since the first set, has been successful with those off-the-block shots. And knowing Binan has such a tough net defense, that's one thing you could definitely do. Use the fingers, use the sides of the block.
Well, I'm about to ask Pons, no? I mean, obviously, itong Binan have a very strong net defense. And yes, you're right. They just need to use the hands or the fingertips rather, the mga blockers. But meanwhile here, good net defense for Quezon. Free ball. Oh! Free ball again here for Binan. Opportunity here for Dumasig. That quick attack will not work. Basarte adjusting Ashley SS. It's still good. And a point here.
Villa Flores ending that rally. That was a wild rally. A lot of adjustments. Second balls na iba-ibang players na yung kumukuha, but Binan stayed calm. And that's what matters in long rallies. How you end, how you try to not commit errors.
And this is, Binan is leading here by 3. The question here, if they can still continue that lead, if they can take care of that lead. Meanwhile, Kyle Yeses pupuntahan muli. Basarte will set this to Ashley Yeses again.
Both Lieses sisters. Pag nawala yung isa sa front row, ang papalit ay isa ring Lieses. And they're both very capable attackers. And pareho rin yung ginagawa nila, off the block shots. And if it continues to work, you don't have to change the way you spike.
Exactly, couldn't agree more. Basarte pupuntahan. Sa gitna dito, Sam Nolasco. Good coverage here on the side of Binan. Basarte. Ondangan, down the line kill.
Ondangan, very smart with how she attacked that ball. Take a look at this replay. She was facing the cross court, pero kinabig niya towards the down the line. Definitely deceiving the net defense of Binan.
Yeah. At ang ganda nga, napansin ko rin yun po. Ang ganda na ginawa dito ni Cristo Ondangan. Facing cross court and then last minute doing down the line kill. Puntos muli dito for Quezon Tangerines.
Quezon Tangerines definitely has the momentum back. They have come from 3 points down. Now it's a tight game, and the Lieses sisters, they don't have clean hits, but all of their hits are scoring dahil pinapatama nila sa blockers, just like what Binan did in this instance.
And sometimes talaga, if you cannot outpower your opponent, you really have to outsmart them, and that's what the Lieses sisters is doing. And just like that, just 1 point lead dito for Binan. No lead is really safe here in this match. Basarte, kayo na pupunta. Sam Nolasco denied. Sam Nolasco one more time. Basarte. Sa gitna, Sam Nolasco. Sam Nolasco is everywhere here for Quezon. As Basarte will set this up for Cristi Ondangan. Cristi Ondangan tying things up at 15.
Ondangan, even sabihin man natin hindi siya starter in the first set. She's a seasoned player already para sa team ng Quezon. And whenever she's needed, she could definitely step up for this team.
And Pons, did you expect that this match will be this close? I mean, we're sa second set, we're tied at 15.
Actually, yes, sir. Seeing their games from last Tuesday, kita mo yung sistema ng dalawang teams
Oo.
na they're very smooth when it comes to transition.
And Kylie SS dito will send us to the second technical timeout. Let's take a look one more time.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community. Join now, powered by Smart, the official calco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partner, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And going back here on our game, 16 to 15. Again, Kylie Heses.
Kylie SS this time with a clean hit. We mentioned kanina off the block shots yung mga ginagamit nila. But this time, naisingit niya yung bola sa gitna ng dalawang blockers with power and speed.
And this is what you're pointing, Pons, during the first set, the mid-game adjustment. Halfway through on ending the first set kanina, dun nga umarangkada itong Quezon at dun naman napag-iwanan itong Binan. So they have to work on that thing as Quezon is continuing to scoring point here.
Kylie SS this time with a tip. They're gonna call a timeout. What they did there was nag-a-adjust lang talaga.
Oo.
Iba-iba and binavary yung palo niya para hindi siya mabasa ng opponents.
And you never really underestimate talaga, Pons, the heart of a champions. I mean, itong Quezon Tangerines, they are champions. Not only here in the MPVA, but of course in their own respective collegiate league. And if you're Binan, you really have to double up your effort. But of course, for Quezon naman, there's really no room for complacency because again, you're facing a top 4 contender in the, in the NCAA. So hindi rin biro itong nakakaharap mo.
Yes, yung sense of urgency is also very important na hindi porket lamang ka na you could experiment. Kailangan focused ka the entire game and also pag may substitutions, kailangan nagsa-step up kayo right away.
Exactly. Combination here for Binan is no good. Basarte, Sam Nolasco. A point here for Quezon Tangerines.
That was a very sharp attack by Sam Nolasco. Take a look at this rally.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now.
Sam Nolasco. Such a strong attacker.
This time, combination play. Works for Binan.
Villa Flores. Actually, Villa Flores playing as an opposite in the second set. In the first set, she was an outside hitter. This time, it was a combination play. Something that has been the main weapon, rather, of this team nung unang laro nila.
Totoo. And kita mo, I mean, we see a lot of variation. We see a lot of plays na binibigay not only ni Dumasig but also Basarte. But Sam Nolasco, wow!
That was an off-the-block shot by Nolasco. She has definitely hit the double-digit mark already for the side of Quezon. Look at that. Basarte to Nolasco. She attacked not in her usual position. Wala siya sa gitna. She was in the position of the outside hitter.
Grabing versatility rin itong ni Sam Nolasco.
But Abitria, sabi natin substitutions must make impact right away, and that's what Abitria has done. Take a look at this. Off the block shot again. But also that was a high enough shot to be defended pero no one was there on the side of Quezon.
And I like yung bawi dito lagi ng Binan. I mean, you see the effort and you see the intention of, of coping up here kontra Quezon. But meanwhile, this will be a point. Sayang yun, a point here for Binan.
That was miscommunication. Dorog and Basarte both wanted to send that ball to have the third touch for Quezon. Sayang, nasayang yes sir yung effort.
Exactly.
Yung paghahabol.
And you don't want, your opponent giving you a free point and you give back the favor to your opponent.
Lalo na if ikaw yung team na naghahabol.
Oh, yes.
We mentioned end game na naman to, and you have to minimize your errors. You have to create your own points.
Exactly. And of course, you don't want to your errors to take place during the latter part of the game. This is really very crucial. But this time, Basarte, opportunity na naman dito. Ashley SS. Adjusting. Oh, breaking down that block. Oh!
Domasig. That was not a good execution. In these times of the set, it's also really not advisable to take big risks. You have to take calculated risks, as they call it. And it's unfortunate kasi pinapalaki rin nila yung lamang ng kalaban with their errors.
At sayang yun. I mean, we're on the verge of ending the second set, and as much as possible, you really wanted to minimize your errors. As Quezon only 3 points away. A good serve. This time, the net defense is on point here for Quezon.
Another error this time from Villa Flores. So Binan tallied at least 3 errors in this crucial part. And kung hindi nila na-commit yung errors na yon and they have converted those into points, it's possible na sila yung lamang ngayon. But what's done is done. The lead has now ballooned to 5.
And Pons, I mean, that may only 3 errors, but that 3 errors, again, it happened here in the very crucial part of the second set. We're on the verge of, of ending the set. And Camila Bartolome, much needed ace.
Bartolome playing as a substitute for this game, but very high impact sa few minutes na lumalaro siya sa loob ng court for Quezon. And that was also, we could also consider that an error on the side of Binan because there were players ready to get the ball. Pero parang nagtinginan lang sila after.
And you know what I like about this game is that everybody could be the spark plug. I mean, during the previous game of Quezon, it was Camila Bartolome. Dito naman sa Binan, it was Tudlasan. And right now, we see different names, different players rising up into the occasions. And we see that this team is not a player-centric kind of team. A lot could actually rise into the occasion. But meanwhile, dito, itong Binan maximizing their last timeout. Here in the set, there is 24 and 18. And for Binan, Pons, they need to play perfect volleyball.
Perfect.
Let's see if they can execute that well. Camila Bartolome receiving that one. Ashley SS ending this game.
That was an excellent cut shot to end the set. Ashley SS.
And Ashley SS kanina, it was Kylie SS ending the first set. Her twin sister Ashley SS ending this, giving us 24 to 18.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Second set ended 25 to 18. And Pons, I just want to highlight again your very good point, the mid-game adjustment. And since the very first set, it is really Quezon Tangerines are defending champions who does that. It was actually very close fight during the first part of each and every set, but halfway through of every set, dun na napag-iwanan itong Binan.
In the second set, lumamang ang Binan as big as 3 or 4 points. But as we mentioned, mid-game adjustments, and that's what the side of Quezon did. They adjusted the way they attack. They know that Binan is a strong blocking team. They used tips, they used off-the-block shots, they used through-the-block shots. So, a lot of variation sa offense nitong side ng Quezon. And that, I think that and the composure, the end-game composure, na hindi na ipakita ng Binan this time with the number of errors they gave up in the last part of the set. Yun yung factors bakit we had a 7-point deficit at the end of the set. And take a look at this, 17 out of the 25 points of Quezon are all from attacks. That's the most glaring statistic. But actually the 11 points of Binan is not bad either. It's just really Quezon outplayed Nolasco with 8 points. After set 1, and then after set 2, naka-12 na siya. Domasic on the other side of Binan, the setter, she is the top scorer.
Wow.
So it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing kasi gusto mo yung spikers mo rin gumagana eh. But definitely a bright side is Domasic and her offensive power for Binan.
And right now, I think for Binan, I mean, this is a door die for them. I mean, again, you just came swinging in with a win during your opening match, and you don't want to spoil that win immediately by having and experiencing a loss. So they really need to do something about this. And it's, yes, it's sabi mo nga points na parang it is a good thing, at the same time a bad thing as well, that your setter is their leading scorer. Because as an attacker, that is your responsibility. Your main responsibility to score a point ASAP.
And also, medyo iba yung laro ng Binan today. They're not as consistent as they were last Tuesday. But as we mentioned, this is a long league. It's not expected that you have the perfect game every time. And that's something that they should also be optimistic about. Now, this is a long league. It's also a league for us to learn a lot of things.
But knowing Coach Jerry Pons ng Quezon, gusto niya perfect game every day yan.
That was a new name. That was Castillo for the side of Quezon. So Coach Jerry really giving opportunity dun sa ibang mga players niya. This is a different looking first six. Again, for the past 3 sets, nag-iiba-iba rin talaga ng rosters itong si Coach Jerry.
And Pons, I think Coach Jerry just wants to show us how deep yung bench niya. That anytime that she wants to pull out somebody, kaya niya. But meanwhile dito, Binan, Abitria scoring up, drawing first blood here for Binan.
Abitria, one of the top scorers for the side of Binan. Take a look at this. Pumalo siya sa opposite side. That was a great angle.
Wow.
There were 2 blockers in front of her, pero naiiwas niya yung bola with the great control of the ball.
And Abitria serving here for Binan. And the Lieses scoring again here for Quezon.
The Lieses twins combined for at least 8 points in the second set. And sabi niya, itutuloy lang natin yan in the third set. We're gonna continue scoring. We want to end this with a straight set win.
Let's see if they can, and let's see if Binan will allow Quezon to win in straight sets.
That was not the best dig. It was not high enough. Hindi na nabuhay ng Binan yung bola. And it started the set, but 2 points na agad yung lamang ng Quezon.
Meanwhile, here for Binan, still trying to find that spark plug, that additional help for Dumasig in scoring. But this time, Basilio is orchestrating the offense here for Quezon. Wow, coverage is on point. Coverage is everywhere here, but not this time for Quezon.
Basilio, as you mentioned, a new playmaker for the side of Quezon. That was just an error. Either an error or a block. Let's take a look. It was a net block. I think the set from Basilio was quite short.
Yeah. Let's see if Castillo can adjust. Alieses. This time. Wow! Finally, Laika Tudlasan scoring a point here for Binan.
Tudlasan with their strongest attack of the day. Take a look at this. Strong and fearless in that rally. Yan yung hinahanap natin sa kanya in the past 2 sets. Because she's the leader when it comes to scoring ng last game.
And she has been she's the missing link, I must say, here in this match. And well, let's see if Laika Tudlasan will continue to explode here in the third set.
This time, hindi na naman na-control ng Binan yung first ball.
And that was a good hit for Quezon. Meanwhile, attacks paid off here for Binan.
So both teams committing their fair share of errors in this third set. A slow start for both teams.
But of course, Pons, if you were Quezon, I mean, should be no room for complacency. Well, you want to make a statement by winning this game, this match, in 3 sets. But let's see if, the blocking now, if Binan is coming back.
Punzalan, we have not heard her name in the last set. Nung first set, ang dami niyang points. Actually, it was Tudlasan as well. It was a combination block. And yun yung nawala rin nung second set. Gumana. Yes, gumana yung offense nila, gumana yung wing attackers nila, but they're blocking. Yung 5 blocks nung first set, hindi na nila na-replicate in the second set.
Well, this could be the pivotal point for Binan, the third set. Well, there's really no way but to go up here for Binan. But DSS says no.
This time, off the block shot naman. Kanina ginagamit niya yung fingertips, but this time, off the block. Bumalik yung bola, but it was out of bounds.
And I like the focus here of Punsalan. Let's see. 1-2 play! Wow! It works for Binan.
Dumasig just 1 point shy of a double-digit output.
Wow!
9 points already for this lady right here. Para talagang may mata siya sa likod ng mukha niya.
And Pons, this is one for the books. I mean, imagine a setter scoring a double-digit performance in a game. That is not every day that you see that kind of performance coming off a setter. But meanwhile, dito, Camila Bartolome, one more time, reloading. Another opportunity here. And again, Punsalan scoring a point for Binan.
Punsalan, 2 points already dito sa kanyang rotation sa harap. So, bumabalik yung sinasabi natin ng middle. Yung napapansin ulit natin yung middle ng Arellano, Binan.
And Pons, I must agree that you're right. No? I mean, during the first set, it was Punsalan, Tudlasan scoring a point. But kaya medyo nawala during the second set. And I think it's a very high time for them to bring that back, especially here in the third set. As Ashley SS breaking down that great wall of Binan. Hetigan, Ashley SS one more time. Basilio from the back. Masyadong mababa. And that error will lead us to our first technical timeout. 8-5, Binan leading by 3.
Plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
All the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community. Join now, powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And this time, Pons, here comes Binan. I mean, they have to bring back. I mean, the same punsalan, the same tudlasan, of course, the very ever consistent dumasig. Kailangan nilang pagsabay-sabay yun because this, I mean, a do or die for them. I mean, sabi ko nga, they have just experienced victory in their opening match. And good show here. Good ace coming from Binan. 4-point lead.
That was a jump serve by Tudlasan. We mentioned in the past coverages na mahirap i-execute ang jump serve.
Oo.
Pero ang ginawa lang ng Tudlasan, it was a controlled serve. She prioritized yung target kesa sa strength.
Oh. Ikaw, Pons, when you serve, when you play volleyball, you do jump serve ba?
No, hindi ko kaya answer.
Float serve lang tayo. But now, let's go back to our game. This time, Camila Bartolome. Ashley SS. Oh! Ashley SS breaking down that wall.
It's fun to see na the way the Liasas twins play ay parang ginagamit rin talaga na yung blockers ng opponent. So, maybe it's part of their genes, part of their DNA as well na.
But we have a lot of stories to hear, and let's turn you over to our courtside Aaron.
Yeah, so Jong and Pon, I spoke with the coaching staff of Quezon earlier, and you know, to them, now that they're up by 2 sets, it's all about meeting to that standard of excellence no matter where they play. Mapa NCAA man or dito sa MPVA, they always have a high standard in everything we do. Lagi nilang paalala sa girls, it's about doing the small things in an excellent way. Lagi nga nila sinasabi na you have to develop good habits if you want to be champions. And in each and every game, no matter what the score, it's about how you approach every possession and every play. Kaya nga sa kanila, kahit may mga bagong rookies sa team, umalis man yung mga ibang veterano, it's about staying together as a group and always remembering to play to their standard that is in Quezon. So let's see if they can close this one out and push farther in this competition. Balik sa inyo, Jong and Pon.
Something you need to do as an athlete. You need to be for game.
Yes.
Okay.
We mentioned consistency because the high level of excellence na ina-expect ng coaches sa athletes. Na kahit anong liga yung nilalaroan mo.
Oo. You really need to play. I mean, of course, the discipline and the program, the system of volleyball that come from their coach is already on their DNA. But meanwhile, here comes Camila Bartolome serving here for Quezon Tangerines. We're tied at 9, and just like that, Pons.
Yes.
We're tied at 9, and Quezon here. Lumabang pa ng isa.
I think ang natutunan natin sa larong to, yung mga 3-point leads,
Oo.
sobrang daling humabol nitong mga teams na yun. So hindi ka talaga safe kahit gaano kalaki yung leads mo.
No lead is safe here.
Look at this. It was a good float serve. Not controlled by the side of Binan.
Here for Binan, they have to strengthen their service reception as Camila Bartolome continues to serve here for Quezon. Combination play. Works here for Binan.
Abitria really carrying, I think that's the correct term, carrying the offense from the side of the spikers naman dito sa Binan. Because since she was substituted in the second set, look at that, just breaks down the block. She's a very fierce and brave spiker.
And this what I want to been waiting, I must say, for Binan. Abitria, Tudlasan, Punsalan, magsabay-sabay. I mean, they need to chip in points together in order for them to snatch this set here kontra Quezon.
Yes, definitely yung mga puzzle pieces,
Oh, good
hawak
point.
lahat nitong Binan. It's just a matter of connecting them na sabay-sabay silang gumagana.
Exactly. And there's no best time, Pons. The best time is now if they want to extend this match. As Lieses one more time. That is too wide outside.
That was a great approach. Well, yes, as maybe because the angle was too much. She wanted to evade the blockers, na iwasan yung matatangkad na blockers like this. Tira-tira is a very tall blocker, we know,
Oo.
for Binan.
So of course, if you are Quezon's attackers, you really have to be extra careful. But this time, opportunity here again one more time for Quezon. Babalikan dito, Lieses adjusting off speed. Abitria adjusting, and it's 4 point for Binan.
Another point for
Wow.
Abitria. Actually, yung atake na yun, it's good that we're gonna see the replay. Nag-adjust lang siya. It was not the perfect approach. Pero yung 1-2 step niya bago tumalon, yun yung nag-matter.
And because of that, Coach Jerry Pons feel as if that here comes Binan already getting a momentum. And of course, ito si Coach Jerry. I mean, this is his strategy knowing him. She wants to break na momentum na nakukuha dito ng Binan. But of course, if you're Quezon, Pons, you want to translate whatever Coach Jerry is telling you on this timeout. You want to respond immediately, and let's see if they can.
Yes, and we could consider this a seesaw battle pero hindi exchange ng 1 point for 1 point. It's an exchange of runs. 3-point
I like
runs,
it.
6-point runs, bawian ng lamang.
Exchange
And,
of runs, nice.
Yes. And yung kailangan lakihan mo na yung lamang mo.
Mhm.
Mas malaki sa 3 points para mas maging kumpiyansa kayo na you're gonna get the set.
But here's the story dito, Pons. I mean, mid-game dito laging napag-iwan ng Binan. Well, let's see if this will still happen here in the third set.
But so
14 to 10.
yeah, so far we can see na yung may sense of urgency sila, bumabalik yung blocking nila.
And this was this game's community cam powered by pusup.com. Your game, your community, join now. But yeah, Pons, going back, I mean, this has been the trend. I mean, since the very first set, very close as we start the set, but halfway dun yan, napag-iwan na itong Binan, and this is the point wherein ito namang Quezon umaarangkada.
And yes, we're mentioning yung maturity ng teams, yung consistency, and if you were Binan, you see that your opponents, iniiba-iba yung starting 6 sa sets. So maybe it's your time also to capitalize na, let's see if yung chemistry ng kalaban is as intact as it was in the first set.
I like the point. But this time, Ondangan giving away free point dito for Binan. Well, if ever that Binan get the 16th marker, this is the first time that they'll be the one leading in the second technical timeout. Yes, Basarte. Ondangan swiping it through, and it is successful for Quezon.
Undangan, since pumasok rin siya nung second set, same as Abitria for Binan, hindi na natigil yung pagbabanggit natin sa mga pangalan nila. Sabi nila, Coach, stay lang muna kami dito. We're showing that we're playing well. And we're scoring a lot of points for our teams.
And Pons, right, no? They did not start for Quezon and for Binan. But I think yun nga, minsan mag-bench player ka, you have a different perspective sitting on the bench, exactly what's happening inside the court. So, pag pinasok ka, you know exactly what to do. But good coverage dito. Oh! Wow! And Binan, for the first time since the first set, will lead us to our second technical timeout.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community. Join now, powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And Binyan, first time po since Act 1, they lead us to our second technical timeout. Well, this might be the pivotal point that we've been asking dito for Binyan. Well, first, magsabay-sabay nga sila. And now they're leading here by 4 as Lieses is well defended dito. Binyan, Basarte, reverse set. Undangan is denied. Good coverage dito for Binyan. Lieses one more time, swiping it through, and it's successful.
Kylie SS on her back on her old scoring ways, smashing the block, being very brave about the way she attacks. Kasi players as tall as Tira-Tira, you can get intimidated. Pag sila yung kaharap mo when you're spiking eh.
But itong si Lieses, no? The unbothered spiker dito ng Quezon, really do not mind sa height dito ni Tira-Tira. Well, good coverage here coming from Ash Undangan. Oh! What a coverage coming from Pablo. We're seeing actually good coverage here. The ball is still alive. A point now here coming from Laika.
Yes, sir. As we mentioned, Pablo, the libero for the side of Binan. We could credit half that point to her. And giving the confidence back to Tudlasan is one thing that this team needs.
And they are now celebrating the points. They are now celebrating the points that they get. Sam Nolasco. Oh! Sam Nolasco has been dug. Basarte, pupuntahan. Lieses.
Ashley SS again. Yung paulit-ulit na lang kasi tayo kasi totoo eh. She's so creative and brave sa pagpalo. Simple lang yung approach niya sa volleyball. It's just using the block. Hindi kailangan clean.
Oo.
Hindi kailangan sa sahig.
Well, Pons, whether it is an off-speed or any kind of spike, at least it will only just give you a point.
Yes.
Why not, try to be smart? And I think that is what Kylie SS is doing.
A
Good
point is a point.
Exactly, a point is a point. Well, this is, sabi ko nga dito, since the very first set, no lead is safe here. This could still be anybody's game. Sam Nolasco, papalo. Oh! That is outside Sam Nolasco on her outside hitter era, scoring a point here right away for Quezon.
So, Sam Nolasco, we mentioned, hindi siya yung top scorers the past couple of games, pero palagi siyang maaasahan ng team niya. And if they want to end this game in straight sets, they have to really depend on Nolasco as well.
Of course. This time, wow. The coverage. How about the coverage of these two squads? Sam Nolasco. Oh, wow. Automatic point.
So, Binan. On the other hand, Binan, ayaw nilang matapos tong game na to in straight sets.
Of course.
They want this game to be extended. Gusto nilang lumaban pa and try to extend it to a fifth.
And of course, nobody wants to be swept in a game. But right now, balik sa apat ang kalamangan dito ng Binyan. Basarte, Sam Nolasco. Basarte has been utilizing Sam Nolasco while she's in front. Basarte again, Sam Nolasco again. Oh!
Wrong timing in that play. The set was far from the net. But Nolasco still tried to give it just a little bit of power. So kailangan she could have pushed the ball more. Or if mag-a-adjust ka sa set, make sure na you still put it on the other side of the court.
Here for Binyan, just 5 more points to finally get a set here contra Quezon. And for Quezon, 5 more points to tie things up here. And just 4. Ashley SS.
Yung mga cut shots ng Lieses twins really catching the Binyan side.
Of course.
Off-handed. Look at that.
Wow.
Facing straight, but putting the ball towards the right side.
Kita mo yung pag-twist ng body ni Ash. I mean, there's really an intention of deceiving the receiver dito ng kabila. Meanwhile, wow, Abetria is unstoppable here in the third set.
Yung approach naman ni Abitria, straightforward, diretso. Papalo akong diretso pero gagamitin ko yung blockers. And Abitria, I think, almost at the double-digit mark na rin on the side of Binan. So as a substitution, as someone na hindi nag-start ng first set, she's definitely played a huge role dito to keep Binan alive in this game.
And this will be a tough order here for your backup setter, Basilio, as Basarte will be off the bench right now. Napaka-simple lang talaga po. Again, Ashley is scoring here for Quezon.
Yes, with a smart tip. But also on the side of Binan, nagkatinginan si Dumasig and another one of their floor defenders because it was retrievable yung bola eh. Sayang din eh.
Oh! Well, ball is still alive. Basilio pupuntahan. Christy Ondangan. This time Abetria. Wow. Basilio. Lieses adjusting. Abetria. Oh, that is too close. But this time, Kyle Lieses. Abetria now. Outside. Would there be a check? Yes, a check as per our first referee.
Abitria had a lot of attempts and finally she got the point via an off the block shot. And yun, patience lang. It was a long rally. Domasic kept on giving the ball to Abitria, but Abitria was just present in the moment.
Yes. Basilio here. Christy Ondangan has been checked. Ashley Eses. Abitria one more time. Off speed will not work.
Wrong timing. Kaya Abitria a little bit too eager. Hindi niya masyadong natitigan yung bola. Lumagpas sa kanya. Look at this. It was a good attack. Lieses over reception, but yung timing.
Yes.
Sayang.
Timing is everything. Ika nga. Ashley is now serving. Chasing 4 more points to tie things up here kontra Binan. Oh, make it 5.
Villa Flores with a clean cross-court shot. As we mentioned, since the second set, ang nilalaro ni Villa Flores ay opposite. So it may have felt very good na itong palo niya na to, this clean cut shot, cross-court shot rather, ay bumalik siya sa kanyang natural position as an outside hitter.
Ito si Villa Flores, I mean, you barely see some emotion, just always smiling here for Binan. Well, she has a lot of reason to smile, but Kylie says, no, not yet. The game is not yet over. Scoring a point here for Quezon.
Kylie says, hindi ngumingiti naman. After scoring, seryoso na sila.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now.
And that was a strong spike. Palitan ng mga malakas na palo for these teams.
And Pons, I think we've manifested it correctly that, you know, magsabay-sabay lang itong mga players from Binan like Punsalan, of course, Abitria, Todlasan, and eventually they can.
Yes.
And look at them now, just one more point.
Especially pag dinagdag mo yung middle na sobrang gumana nung first set.
Exactly, no? And of course, I mean, what a way to start our Friday match. I mean, of course, by having your top 2 contenders from the previous season. Meanwhile, Basilio, pupuntahan Sam Nolasco. Oh, coverage is on point here for Binan. As Basilio, pupuntahan uli.
That was a great adjustment shot from Nolasco. Masasabi natin na yung mid-air adjustment sobrang importante din sa volleyball, and we're at the crucial part of the set na kailangan perfect na yung laro ng Quezon.
Of course, I mean, they need to play perfect volleyball. That is too close. Pons, I mean, no lead is safe here. I mean, that could still be anybody's game.
Rightfully so. the side of Binan calling a timeout because parang nawala ng kaunti yung sense of urgency ng team and they're giving away 2 straight points to the side of Quezon. So, kailangan tapusin mo na agad.
And of course, what a better way to freeze the momentum of your opponent, of course, by calling a timeout here. If you're Binan, I mean, this really a must win set here contra Quezon.
This timeout just serves as a short breather because they still have a lot of room to breathe. 3 points pa rin yung lamang, hindi naman sobrang pressured pa sila at this moment. Pero it would be better to end the set right away para hindi mo na rin mabigyan ng momentum itong side ng Quezon kung if ever mag-extend man tayo into 4 sets.
Well, let's see. No need points. That free point, that error will give Binan their much needed 1 point for them to get a set here contra Quezon. Again here, Binan getting a set here contra Quezon and everybody chipping in for Binan. Let's see if they can still continue to get that momentum and carry that into the 4th set.
With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And here comes Binan redeeming themselves here, getting a set to Quezon 25 to 21. Well, Pons, I mean, we're right. I mean, imagine if everybody will chip in here for Binan, it is not possible for them to get a set or maybe to pull a win or upset here contra the defending champions.
This is something we expect from these two teams. As we said, podium finishers sila sa NCAA and they have a winning history here in the MPVA. So, a straight set win would not be expected. Kailangan,
Of course.
makakita tayo ng mga bakbakan na back and forth talaga yung mga malalakas na palo, defensive sequences, nagbabalasa yung coaches ng players, and that's something we've witnessed na gumana sa side ng Binan. Kaya rin sila nanalo. Yung resurgence nitong si Abitria. As we take a look at this, 18 to 12, lamang ang Quezon, as we could see. Pero at the bottom of the statistics, 9 errors on the side of Quezon.
Wow.
Yung composure nila, yung championship mentality, medyo nabawasan or mas pinakita nila yung errors. Yung composure sa endgame, hindi rin nila naipakita. So that's something we hope they could turn around in this set. Kasi lamang sila sa atake.
And that is too much. I mean, that is close to double-digit figure. But let's see now. For sure, both squads are extra motivated. Of course, if you're Binan, you want to get the set to push for a 5-setter. And if you're Quezon, you want a revenge.
So Abitria starting off strong again for Binan. She's really cementing her spot in this starting six for this game. And it's nice to see other players stepping up for coach.
Exactly. At ang daming bala. I mean, not only for Binan, but also for Quezon. But meanwhile here, broken play. Well, Abitria will adjust. Wow, that's still inside.
2 points right away for Abitria. She's also shown a lot of variation, di ba? Minsan binabasag niya yung block. This time, it was just a flick of the wrist to keep the ball at the end line.
And I think this is the strongest start of Binan since the very set number 1. They're up by 3 now as Abitria been loaded here of sets, but Ashley SS finally stopping the bleeding here for Quezon.
Yes, Ashley SS. Consistent from the first set. Itong tambal na ito, both scoring a lot of points from the outside area.
That is at a very good first ball. But gagawan dito ng paraan. Basarte. Oh, wow!
That's Kyle Yeses with an emphatic attack. Take a look at this.
Yes. Wow.
The set, that was a perfect set near the net. Maybe that's how she wants the balls to be set to her.
That
Para
kind
mas
of set, no?
maibaon niya yung bola.
It wasn't so nice points that we have to look at twice.
Yes. Abitria again, definitely surpassing the double-digit marker already. Sabihin nating subman siya. Hindi siya starter ng first set. Take a look at this. She could also score from both the outside area and the opposite side.
And there's a lot of matchup actually happening here in this game, Pons. Kanina nakikita natin, tira-tira, tsaka si Sam Nolasco, Basarte, and Dumasig. Ito naman ngayon, the Lieses twins going against Abitria. What a play we're witnessing here right now.
It was over-eager. Itong si Tira-Tira committing a violation right there. Did not give Basarte the opportunity to set the ball.
Meanwhile here, Binan still holding on that 1-point lead as Quezon will try to tie things up as they did.
So, Lieses ties the game. It was a good start for Binan to start this set. Pero, sabi nga natin, 3 or 4-point leads, medyo negligible yan sa larong ito, sir.
Exactly, well, I cannot agree more. And just like that, salitan lang tayo ng puntos dito.
Ito yung sinasabi natin na we want to witness din yung palitan ng 1 point. 1 point to 1 point. Kasi minsan doon mo nakita yung decision making ng setter. Kanino ko ba ibibigay na porsyento? Kanino ko ba ibibigay na siguradong makakapuntos?
And maganda yun, salitan tayo ng puntos. And you know what, Pons, I do not mind if we will be going for an extension. If this is the kind of volleyball, the quality of the volleyball, we're seeing it live. But I think Camila Bartolome, Paul, is not
She
in
thought
agree.
she scored the ball. Basarte addressing something with our first referee. Maybe it was an overreaching call.
Of course,
Coach Jerry,
not in his delight.
yes. But also we could take note of the top scorers for the game so far. It's Nolasco with 14, Lieses with 12, the two Lieses twins with 12 points apiece at the end of set number 3 for Quezon. Meanwhile, for the side of Binan, 9 points for Dumasig, 9 points for Abitria, 8 for Tira-Tira at the end of set 3. So, it's valid to see na mas mataas yung points nung Quezon because they won the first 2 sets. Pero kita natin bumabawi na rin sa numbers itong Binan.
At itong Lieses twins, pati sa scoring, kambal din talaga at 12. Very identical. Where meanwhile dito, deflected by the block, but still the ball is good. Kai One more time. This will be another opportunity for Quezon as Basarte. 1-2 play works for Quezon.
Basarte binigyan ng free ball ang Quezon. And she capitalized on that. She did what she thinks is magugulat, kung ano yung makakagulat sa depensa ng Binan. And it was a donut hole. 2 players running for the ball pero no one was there to lift it up.
At yung talon dito ni Sam Nilasco, bentang-benta rin talaga dito on the side of Binan. Just when everybody thought that Sam Nilasco will hit that ball, here comes Basarte on that 1-2 play. Sa gitna, oh! What a coverage there. Ball is still alive. This time, deflected. Basarte 1-2 play will not work.
Villa Flores just outsmarting the defense of Binan. Take a look at this. Good set. And she saw that was a great place to tip the ball.
And I think this is the first time that I see Villa Flores overjoyed right after scoring a point. And Coach Jerry, Coach Jerry nagpa-timeout na.
Yes, it's good to see that Villa Flores and the rest of the Binan players are smiling. It means that they're more relaxed as compared to how they were playing the first 2 sets. On the side of Quezon naman, less smiles, but we see Bartolome here, still happy. And yun yung kailangan mo mentality na, lamang ako, hindi ako lamang. Kailangan happy pa rin.
Exactly. Well, after all, volleyball is more than just, you know, a physical game. You also have to strengthen your mental fortitude here.
That's correct.
And for sure, I mean, it's really the team who wants it badly to win this game. 7-6. Let's see now. Well, Sam Nolasco. Oh, ball is still good. Kai adjusting. Tudlasan. Tudlasan here. Finally leading Binan to our first technical timeout, 8-6. Laika Tudlasan just when you needed her the most.
With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Back to live action here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA. You know, Jong and Pon, a while ago, I had a very meaningful conversation with head coach Obet Javier of Binan Tatakgel. Sabi niya sa akin, now that they've been able to actually rally back here in set number 4, sabi niya, he has very meaningful advice for all players aspiring to play here in the MPVA or in any other league. Sabi niya, ang advice ko talaga sa lahat ng mga aspiring volleyball players, kung mahal niyo talaga yung laro, pagsikapan niyo. Kasi para sa aming Arellano team, malaking blessing na makapaglaro kami para sa Binan dito sa MPVA. And you know, he even added, isa ring payo ko na may ibibigay bilang isang head coach, importante talaga ang discipline at pagiging coachable. You know, he really stressed the importance of any player to be coachable. You know, always willing to learn, always willing to grow. Sabi nga niya, okay lang magkamali. Ang importante, makabawi sa susunod. So, let's see kung makakabawi nga ba ang Binan dito at ma-force ang set number 5. Balik sa inyo, Jong and Pon.
Well, definitely here Binan is trying their very best to tie things up here contra Quezon and push for a 5-setter match. But well, let's see here for Quezon if they're going to allow that.
The floor defense of Bartolome being tested. Kanina before the technical timeout, there was a drop ball that she was not able to retrieve. This time it was a block coverage that she was unable to control. So definitely these players are still young. A lot of adjustments could still be done in their game. A lot of improvements.
let's see. Calieses is now being the target sa mga services dito ng Binan, maybe to neutralize her offense. Wow! Abetria is unstoppable here in the fourth set.
Yes, it's really fun to see this lady na almost all of her attacks are being converted. Look at that.
Yes.
She attacked on top of Basarte. Basarte being the shorter setter. So it's a good target
Oo.
for her as a spiker na ibabawan yung block ni Basarte.
And Pons, what seems to be the different here? I mean, napakaganda ng laruan dito kanina ng Quezon in the one and the second set. What seems to be the difference here in the fourth?
I think both teams are just really in their confident phase. Kaya nakikita natin yung exchanges natin, very high quality. Look at that. Nolasco spiking very strong. Parang gigil na rin yung mga players na they want to win this set. Both of teams have the sense of urgency to win.
And this is the kind of, of the volleyball game that you want to watch. I mean, not one-sided kind of game. Really very close match. So, let's see. As, of course, your leading scorer on the side of Quezon will be at the back here to serve. So, you have Inocentes, Lieses, and, of course, Basarte here in front for Quezon. So they need to solidify here their net defense. Sam Nolasco serving. Good pick up here. One more time to Abetria. Oh! Oh, that is still good. So one more time Abetria ulit. Reloading. And down the line kill is good.
This time that was a sure point for Abitria. Down the line angle naman yung ginamit niya ngayon. A while ago it was a lot of cross-court shots, but this time it's a great down the line angle. It's really hard to execute. So you really see the skill in this girl. Hindi siya yung palo na ng palo. She's really highly technical as well as a player.
And you see, itong Binan parang diesel. I mean, matagal mag-init, but pag nag-init, it's so worth the wait. Abetria one more time, down the line, it's too wide.
Yeah. As we said, highly technical and down the line, so it's a risky attack to play. It was good that she was successful in the first try, pero unfortunately this time, a little bit wide.
Basarte. Once you played Dumasig. Bartolome. Reloading this time to Abetria. Abetria still unstoppable here for Binan.
Abitria just really confident with her play right now. Ang magandang makita sa kanya yung nagka-error siya pero bumabawi siya right away.
Yeah. Definitely, and that's what's good about, for a player. I mean, mistakes, but you know how to bounce back and make up with your mistakes.
So it's a close set so far.
Basarte, good pickup. Reverse set to Lieses. This time, Punsala, no? Ondangan. Abetria still a different kind of attack here. No good. Long rally alert here. Abetria breaking down the Christian Ondangan block.
And she's really the main reason bakit buhay pa ang Binan in this game. Because earlier in the first and second sets, konti pala yung puntos niya, but ng mga sets na nanalo sila, you could really see that she's the go-to player for this team.
Certainly, and Pons, she's also the reason kung bakit nagpatawag na naman ng timeout dito si Coach Jerry. I mean, 2 timeouts already here. I mean, we're still not yet on the mid part, but Coach Jerry already exhausted his timeout here in the fourth set.
Yes, and we are expecting na yung directions na sinasabi ni Coach Jerry sa players niya is just how to defend Abitria. That's a possible na yun yung content ng buong timeout nila.
For sure. At ang best part dyan, Pons, malalaman natin on how these girls will respond after that timeout. I mean, how many times you see, Pons, that Abitria breaks the blocking dito ng Quezon. So let's see if they can strengthen because for sure, itong si Dumasig, babalikan at babalikan itong si Dimitria. Undangan. This time, pipe attack to Laika. Oh, that is outside.
That was an error for Punzalan. Abitria was not ready for that, so Domasic had to go to the back row option. That was a strong attack, but it was out. And leads down to 2.
This time, wow.
Tira-tira activated. And it's good that kahit gumagana, iba yung laro ni Abitria today, gumagana pa rin yung ibang spikers because you're definitely gonna need that in the end game. Mahirap na nung end game. Sure na yung kalaban kung ano mo ibibigay. So the variation is still important as a setter.
And that is a nice affirmation of Dumasig to Tira-tira that, that she's still an option. Meanwhile, like at Tudlasan, a check has been called.
You can see Tudlasan really confident. Parang iba yung Tudlasan na nakita natin in the first 2 sets as compared to this Tudlasan. She has a spring in her step. She's smiling more. Yung mga palo niya mas may diin na rin.
Well, intimidation might be a factor. I mean, Pons during the first set. I mean, you're facing the defending champions, but now I think they've already adjusted. They've already shake off all the jitters and all the pressures. As like at Tudlawan will try one more time. Ball is still alive, but this point belongs to Quezon.
Yep. Nabasa agad. Right in the next rally, nabasa agad ng Quezon how Tudlasan will attack. And yes, that's correct, sir. You mentioned yung intimidation. Pero ngayon, napatunayan na ng Binan na kaya nila makipagsabayan. So, less pressure na dapat.
That will be inside. Again, no lead is safe here at this time.
Yeses. That was Kyle Yeses. We've not heard her name in a while, but she's definitely gonna be needed if Quezon wants to get this. Down the line shot. I think there was a touch. Yes, that's the linesman called a block touch.
Basarte this time. Sam Nolasco. Umibabaw na doon sa bola.
This time a much faster set for Nolasco, and Nolasco just using a power tip to score.
And you know what, Pons? I mean, this is the kind of valuable game that I could actually watch over and over again. I do not mind if we'll go an extension with the quality of the volleyball. We're witnessing right now. Salitan tayo ng puntos dito as Villa Flores will lead us to our second technical timeout. Everybody now is contributing here for Binan. Let's take a look on that attack, Pons. And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power. All 9-9. Load now.
Game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on PusoP.com. Your game, your community, join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso, Pilipinas. And this time, itong Binan, surprisingly here, leading this game in a 2-point lead. Basarte on that back set. That will be outside. That will be a point here for Quezon.
Another one of the many off the block shots scored from the side of Quezon. So if you were Binan, you have to be wary of that. Maybe try to adjust the way you block para hindi tumatalsik palabas yung bola. Tudlasan. A very strong attack from her, breaking through the block. So parehong blockings ng both teams. Kailangan mag-adjust, kailangan mas pressed, kailangan mas
Yes.
okay yung timing.
And Tudlasan, I mean, look at her. I mean, coming alive here in the fourth set. Just in the third set, just when everybody thought that it will be a sweep victory for Quezon, here comes Tudlasan in a Betria helping Binan to tie things up here contra Quezon.
And our spikers are having a field day today. Really breaking through the blocks of their opponents. So far, yung blocking, pinakamaganda na yung performance ng Binan in the first set.
Yeah.
But throughout the game, yung mga blocks, they have been shaky.
At yung mga attackers natin today are unbothered attackers. They do not mind whether there's a blocker in front of them. They're making sure and they are so intentional to break down that great wall. As Lieses will serve this for Quezon. Pupuntahan tayo katudlasan. Wow! Woo!
Tudlasan is really reintroducing herself here in the fourth set. Our queen of the court in the last game in Binan's first win. Take a look at this. Great contact, great top spin, rather.
Kanina pa natin hinahanap ito sa like Tudlasan and maybe she's telling us, you should not forget my name. Just wait for me, and right now I think it's really worth the wait. Like Tudlasan always mesmerizing us on her strong hits. But meanwhile, this will be an opportunity here. Sam Nolasco has been dug. Abetria. Wow.
Tudlasan and Punzalan nagkatinginan. They were not sure kung sino yung dapat mag-cover ng bola na yon. That's one aspect of the game of volleyball na kailangan bantayan ng players is yung block coverage. Yes, malakas yung spikers natin, but it's also very possible that the balls are gonna come back.
We're tied at 18 points. I think this game is not for, for faint-hearted. Because, I mean, the one for sure who wants it badly will surely win this game. Dito naman, Ashley SS! That's too strong.
I saw Kai say to Ash after that rally, ipasok mo na lang because that was not the perfect set. And sometimes, pag hindi nga perfect yung set, the best thing to do is to just keep the rally alive. Pwede mong i-toss na lang or ipasok yung bola safely and then you reset your defense.
Exactly. But this time, wow! What a coverage here for both squads. Riste Ondangan. Basarte looking at Lieses. Scrambling. Arellano Binan. Right now. Oh! Basarte one more time reloading. Ball! And this point will belongs to Binan.
Tira-tira, just laughing it off. It was not the perfect contact. Pero yung bilis pa rin ng quick set nila. It was what worked. You look at this. It was parang kinalmot na lang. But as we say, a point is a point and we're at the end game. Every point matters. Every point should be celebrated.
Yes. I like that one. Every point matters and every point should be celebrated. Especially nga, nasa last stretch na tayo ng game na to as Ashley SS streaming this lead to 1.
That this time, sabi ni Ash, I don't want a long rally. Gusto ko puntos agad. Because we've been seeing a lot of long rallies, but this time, she converted to a point right away.
Abetria one more time. Oh!
Domasig, our top scorer setter kanina.
I think that after that hit points that officially made Dumasig
A double digit,
yes, performer right now.
That was her 10th point of the game.
Look at that.
And siguro na-miss rin nung, since gumana na yung opensa, hindi na natin nabanggit yung name ni Domasig as often. But Quezon should be aware that she's still there, a threat in offense.
Well, eto na, Dumasig. Your wishes are command. Double-digit performer. Your starting setter is the leading scorer here for Binan. But meanwhile, this will be an opportunity here for Quezon as Lieses again.
The Lieses twins really reliable in the open. And iba yung pressure na pag binibigyan ka talaga ng sets at the latter part eh. Parang mas may pressure to convert right away.
Exactly.
And they're meeting the expectations ng setters nila, si Basarte. They're not failing, Basarte.
Yeah, well, there's a pressure, especially if sinesetan ka. I mean, me, when I play on the last stretch, but you're becoming more intentional. But just like that, we're tied at 21.
Yes, and it was a great block by Inocentes. Si Nolasco yung mas nababanggit natin na middle blocker for the side of Quezon, but Inocentes.
And
Yes,
look
it
at
was
that.
Inocentes
Wow.
with a perfectly timed block. She's also very tall.
Oh yeah.
So, what we've seen is lahat talaga gumagana. Yung iba silent operators lang, pero yung mga sistema, yung blocking systems, na-adjust naman nila. We also mentioned yung blocking kanina medyo loose eh.
Oo.
But parang the past couple of rallies, mas nakapress na rin yung mga blocks nila, mas hindi na pumapasok yung mga bola.
And you know, right now, points. Of course, you cannot question the skills of these two squads. Well, I mean, right now at this very point, I mean, it is the team who can execute well. I mean, who wants it badly will surely win this game. I mean, both squads are both really exceptional here right now. So bahala na kung sino yung gumising on the right side of the bed, because I must say, excellent and quality valuable here right now for Quezon and for Binan. Wow.
Inocentes, back-to-back points for the side of Quezon. Proving na we may not have mentioned her many times kanina, pero she's here when it matters the most.
Oh yes, and just like that Pons kanina, I think Binan here leading by 5 over Quezon. And you know, in the kind of intensity that we're having right now for these two squads, indeed, no, lead is really safe. Abitria will try. Coverage is on point here. Christy Ondanga, no. Dumasig. Abitria.
Bitria tried to cover her own ball, pero the mistake there was she just used one hand. Sometimes coaches say dapat you use the two hands because it's harder to control the ball if you just use one arm.
And Pons, I think you're right. I mean, I think you're correct. After that timeout ni Coach Jerry Yee, after those consecutive points of Abitria, I think specifically Coach Jerry talks about on how to defend Abitria, and it works right now here for Quezon. And I mean, for Binan, since Dumasig has been going to Abitria, it has been predictable already if you're Quezon. Strong serve. Wow.
That was a great jump serve. As we've noticed yung jump serves nitong si Ashley SS. Hindi siya yung madadaling serves eh. Hindi siya yung palobo. Take a look at that.
Very sharp,
It
no?
was sharp. It just almost grazed above the net.
Kaya ko din yun eh, dati ng high school. Well, right now, our legs is no longer fresh. But let's give it up for Quezon Pons.
So Quezon now at match point. So Binan, they just called the timeout, hoping that they could still turn things around. If you were Binan, you have to be aware na gumagana na yung blocking ng Quezon ngayon. Kanina, napapasukan yung mga blocks. Hindi as stable yung blocking, pero ngayon, you have to be creative with your offense.
Exactly.
And also, other than creativity, yung porsyento. Kailangan mas makascore ka right away and hindi ka mag-error.
And let's see if they can, if Binan can. Whoa, what a serve indeed here. This will be an easy one for Quezon. Basarte pupuntahan. Inocentes. Dumasig to Abitria. Now changing her face. Drop ball will not work. Kylie SS! That is outside.
It's called out. Binan still barely alive. Cafe coming in to serve.
And
To serve
Binan.
and defend.
Binan said, not yet. This is way too manageable. I mean, you cannot just give all of your coins dito sa Quezon of getting this win, because, I mean, this is just 2-point lead here. Binan, Basarte pupuntahan dito. Oh! Ball is still alive. This is still good. Basarte kanino pupunta? Pupunta ang Cristondangan. Not ready on that set. Laika Tadlawan. Cristondangan. Wow! This will be opportunity for Quezon reloading Inocentes. One more time. Wow! Kylie SS. Tudlawan will give. Oh. Tudlasan will set this up. Ball is still alive. Christian Dangan. Wow! Oh!
Both teams showing a lot of grit in that rally. Yung mid-rally decision-making ng mga setters ay napapansin natin. Both setters really tried to vary kung kanila lang ibibigay yung bola. But in the end, it was tira-tira. And the quick attack that sealed that point. It was a very long rally, a really exciting rally considering we're at match point.
Grabe yun. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat the entire rally, Pons. Well, let's see. Christian Dan! Oh!
The side of Binan celebrating. They are now tied. We're going to an extension in this fourth set. And as we mentioned kanina, 3-point leads are nothing dito sa dalawang teams na to. It was a 24-21 lead at some point.
I think I need someone to check my BP right now.
Cafe with a service ace. Kanina pinasok siya, but she committed an error. So this is considered her redemption arc for the side of Binan.
Wow. Pons, I just want to remind everybody, there is a 5-0 run, I guess. It's 24-20 earlier. 5-0 run dito. Ang Binan. Yes. Oh! And coach is asking for a crossing violation, I guess, but no call from our first referee. Tudlasan!
Tudlasan with an emphatic point to end the set for Binan.
And right now, 5 set is coming here for a rematch between our last year's top contender, Binan and Quezon. Tudlasan coming alive, Pons, just when you need it for the most.
Those are the signs of real leaders contributing when it really matters.
And for sure, both teams must have been really preparing now for the last and final or shorter 5 set here in the opening game.
So we can see Coach Jerry scolding his girls because it's disappointing to have the lead, the match point, a couple of match points, and to not still end the game. On the other side, we can see here at the Caloocan Sports Complex, Binan really high energy. They're really happy, high energy.
And again, Pons, that is a thrilling 26-24 ending our fourth set.
Hands, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And right now here, and what a way for us to open this game by, five-setter match here. Again, from last year top contender, Pons. Just like the set number 4, everybody here for Binan coming alive, Tudlasan, Punzalan, Villa Flores, and most especially Abitria. And I mean, this is a very dramatic and one for the books kind of win here for Binan. So much confidence. Imagine yung amount ng puntos na hinabol mo that will surely give you confidence coming into the 5th set.
Yes, sir. Dramatic is the correct word. As you can see, 20 points, 20 attack points from the side of Binan. That's a rare thing to see. At the same time, for Blacks for Quezon, it's something that's working for them already. So both teams, may mga positives na pwede nilang panghugutan as they aim to win this 5th set.
Certainly. And I mean, you need to make the most of every point that you could actually score. Here in the 5th set, we have it is a shorter set here in the 5th set. It's only raised to 15.
And Quezon, you can see the immediate shift in their body language ngayong start ng 5th set. Dahil they scored the first 2 points. Because a while ago, medyo their body language is low energy. Pero a new set, a new opportunity to win.
And this time, this is a good start here for Quezon. 3-0 run.
So if you were Binan, you should try to continue to get inspired with the way you played in the past set and ibalik mo yun right away. Because this 3-point lead is a huge lead already for a 5th set.
And this time, this is not looking good here for Binan. 4-0 and a must-time timeout dito for Binan. What's going on for Binan? I mean, points, they've ended the 4th set really strong and I'm expecting that they're going to carry. They're going to possess that momentum as they start the 5th set.
Yes, but we have to be aware, tug of war din itong volleyball. And kanina, sobrang taas ng energy nitong side ng Binan after winning the 4th set. And mababa yung energy ng Quezon, but it shifted quickly just in a span of 4 points. This 4-point lead built by Quezon, it's not something na pwedeng palampasin. If you were Binan, you have to score right away. Kasi ayaw mo nang palakihin pa to lalo.
And you've mentioned kanina Pons, I mean, the sense of urgency. They need to possess that. And just like that, that's how you want to respond right after a timeout from your coach.
We've mentioned Villa Flores, not as flashy, but she's definitely a role player in this team. Look at this. It was a combination play for the side of Binan. She just directed the ball towards zone 1 and scored.
This time, Abitria here. Quick set. Oh, that is Tudlasan. That is outside. 2 consecutive points here for Binan.
Tudlasan just watching that ball go out. And she's just smiled right after. Maybe that was really her intention to execute an off-the-block shot.
Abitria now, who actually did a lot of scoring during the 4th set. This time, Sam Nolasco naman.
See, that was Sam Nolasco from the outside area. That's also one of the beauties dito sa sistema. The beautiful things sa sistema nitong Quezon is iba-iba yung place nila. You don't usually see a middle blocker attacking at the outside area.
At kanina pa ginagawa ni Sam Nolasco yun.
Yes.
And she has been really very successful on doing that. Ondangan, yun naman, middle blocker, pumapalo from the pipe. This time, Sam Nolasco, inarir na talaga po ang pagiging outside hitter dito ni Sam.
Yes. She has really made a living from that position. And it continues to confuse the side of Binan. There was only one blocker. Tira-Tira was not able to reach that attack. Di man lang nahawakan.
This time, dito naman. Oh, good coverage there. Good pickup. Sam Nolasco, one more time. Basarte looking at.
Sam Nolasco, too much momentum hitting the net after that attack. But we can immediately see na in-adjust na ng Binan yung blockings nila. Mas nababantayan na nila si Nolasco. And that's what matters here in the 5th set, na mabilis ka mag-adjust.
Exactly.
Because you mentioned how quick a 5th set is. It's only a race to 15 points.
And this time,
An error by Tira-Tira. That's the team does not need those simple errors right now. Hindi man lang napaghirapan ng kalaban yung puntos.
And again, I mean, Quezon here already at their 7 point. Oh, I must say halfway through on getting this game. But Tudlasan says not yet.
Tudlasan, sabi natin, gising na si Tudlasan, and she continues to be the impact maker for Binan in this set. Look at that. Off the block shot, that was really her intention. And she was successful in scoring that point.
Let's see now if Binan can still make points here to stay close dito sa Quezon. But this time, Tudlasan in all her might. Tudlasan scoring a back-to-back point for Binan.
It's nice to see na na-regain na nung Binan yung energy nila, and we could definitely say na mas magiging exciting itong second half nitong 5th set eh. Kasi nung umpisa, hindi pantay yung energy, but this time both teams high moral na ulit. It's just a 2-point lead.
Now, this time, what a block and denial there coming from Sam.
Domasig checked right there, and that's what we mentioned kanina. You should really always, all of the time, man or try to really consider Domasig as one of the attackers of the opponents. Hindi mo siya kailangan i-disregard when it comes to deciding kung sino yung ibablock mo at hindi.
Exactly, and I like how Sam Nolasco learned their lesson. I mean, she knows that anytime, if there's an opportunity that Domasig could actually can do a 1-2 play, and good anticipation here coming from Sam Nolasco, and that denial is really a statement that no, not under my wings, says Sam Nolasco.
And yes, sa 5th set mo kasi makikita yung parang fruit ng lahat ng labors ng team. So
I like that.
kung in the first 4 sets, sa isang tao ka lang nakadepende, for sure sa 5th set, babantayan na yan eh. So this time, parang kailangan mo tandaan lahat ng notes na nilista mo in the first 4 sets and i-apply mo right away in the 5th set.
Good point. I like that, Pons. But now, ang question na lang is who can do that well here in the 5th set. I like the emotions flowing here right now to all of our players. Tudlasan here.
Take a look at this, Tudlasan.
And that was a Power Spikes presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now.
Great attack by Tudlasan. Yung tapang, yung fearlessness. Nakita natin sa kanya in this 5th set. As we see the captain serve.
Oh, this time, still playable. Abetria. Wow. Basarte. Ashley SS gagawa ng paraan. And yes, she did.
Ashley SS this time. Kung ano yung ginagawa nila in the start of the game, off the block shots, attacking the block, the fingers rather.
Oo. Sinuwerte pa dun po.
Yes.
That should have been a not over.
Should have been a point for Binan, but Binan committing a rotational fault. Yun. Yung mga sinasabi nating errors na hindi man lang nahirapan yung kalaban.
And most especially pa points. I mean, we're, if you're Binan, you've already pushed on winning a third and fourth set.
Yes.
And then you're gonna just simply give away 3 points. You
Yes.
just want to, you don't want to waste all of your efforts coming here in the fifth set.
And this is a very high quality game as we mentioned. And it's yun yung mga unnecessary errors na hindi talaga matutuwa yung coaches
Yeah.
natin because I think that was the first rotational error of the day.
Oh yeah.
Kasi mas ayos pa nung error mo is attack error. At least you did the effort
Mm.
to try to score the ball, the point. But they had to shrug it off right away, bumawi agad because nung start ng set, nakabawi naman sila from a 4-point deficit. So they could definitely do it now and testament yung end ng fourth set sa comeback abilities netong Binan. But for Quezon, yun, ayaw mo maulit yung nangyari ng fourth set.
Oh, certainly. But if you're Binan, you want to replay what you did during the third and the fourth. But this time, let's see. As Quezon only need 5 more points. Error again.
Yeah, Abitria hindi siya masyadong nag-iinit because it was Tudlasan na nababad sa front row. Medyo, I think that was the first attack of Abitria in the fifth set. So, kailangan pa niya mag-init ng kaunti but she has to do it quick.
At yung nag-init naman sa Abitria during the fourth set, what? It gave us like 5 straight points.
Yes.
Push to fifth set. Abitria one more time. No. Wow.
Great timing by Punzalan. Isa rin yan sa trabaho talaga ng mga middle blockers. Bantayan yung bola. Titigan mo lang yung bola. Look at this.
Especially Pons, yung marigalong ganun.
Yeah, she redirected the ball to her left side. Walang taong nakapag-angat ng bola.
And now this time, just 4 more points here for Quezon. Oh, that is still good. Abitria will try. Doro goes there. Ash, oh, what a coverage. Abitria one more time, reloading. This time, would there be a check? No check will be called
That ball
here.
was out. The Binan team was not happy with the call. And it's Kagikla.
Oo.
The team captain, the player who got the multiple digs in that rally. So you can notice walang libero sa side ng Binan because Kagikla, who usually plays as a libero, is now a defensive and service specialist for the team. Kaya she is allowed to talk with the referee.
But again, crucial errors is happening here on the side of Binan. And this time, tira-tira.
Yes, that was the exact play that Domasic was instructing kay Tira-Tira nung bago magsimula yung rally. And it was perfectly executed. And ang maganda dyan, nagulat yung depensa ng Quezon.
Oh, yes.
Ngayon, dedepensahan na rin nila si Tira-Tira.
Well, good point, Pons. I mean, for sure, itong Quezon kanina, they've been anticipating that the ball will go through Abitria. But this time, Lieses, that is inside, down the line kill.
This Quezon naman, protecting their lead. Yun lang yung importante. You can exchange points na at this moment kasi you already have a 5-point lead. If you exchange points with your opponents, you're still gonna end up with the win.
Wow. Well, good point. And I know here for Quezon, they've already feeling it. But of course, if you're Binan, you're not going to allow that. Let's see now. Oh!
That was a great play, but a greater block by the side of Quezon. And also, ang sayang is walang coverage. Yun nga yung sinabi natin kanina, look at this. Yes, you attack, yes, mabablock ka. Pero ano yung next?
Yeah.
It's the coverage.
Good point. And that is what's lacking there. After that game now, this will be... Oh, ball is still alive here. Bartolome! Is still alive. Basarte to Christian Dangan. That is inside.
That ball was hit the corner and that ends the game for us in the celebration of the Quezon Tangerines.
And just like that, And what could have been a reverse sweep here for Binan turned out a revenge here for Quezon Tangerines. But of course, Pons, if you're Binan, I mean, there's really nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, you've pushed the defending champions in the fifth set. You show so much dominance during the third, in the fourth, especially in the fourth. I mean, so much lead, so much points that you need to tie things up with 2 sets apiece. But of course, you cannot underestimate as well here Quezon Tangerines after they stumble during their opening match. Here comes the defending champions trying to maintain their unblemished record here in the season.
And what's beautiful to see for both teams is yung ability nila bumawi. Both teams had highs, both teams had lows. But eventually, napakita nila yung sistema nila. It's
Certainly.
just unfortunate that one team had to lose today. But take a look at us. 5 long sets. Fourth set even went to an extension. And we're gonna go to the break.
Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart, only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart, only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart, only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart, only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart, only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart, only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And just like that, our 5-set rematch for a glimpse of the final or a rematch of our last year's finals match. Quezon going against Binan and a go home or take home situation 25 to 21, 25 to 18, 25 to 21, 26 to 21, and 15 to 8. And of course, here in this match, we've seen a lot of players stepping up big time here in this match, but one player showing more than the scoring, but I think the leadership inside the court. And of course, our queen of the match is none other than Sam Nolasco.
Yes, Sam Nolasco has showcased her entire arsenal today. Of course, we also have to credit Basarte for her great connection with Nolasco, but Nolasco definitely used her height, her power, her smarts today, and her impeccable timing in blocking. Kasi nabanggit natin iba-iba yung uri ng offense na ina-execute nila, but Sam Nolasco always efficient for the side of Quezon.
Definitely, but of course, we do have a lot of up to offer here this Friday. But now let's take a look first on the powered up plays here in this game. We have in set 1. Ponsa kita natin dito, of course, as expected. Dito nakikita natin talagang Quezon Tangerines really stepping up big time. But here are your Smart's powered up plays brought to you by Smart Only 5G. Only 85 pesos for 3 days. Download the Smart app and load now. Well, going back points, kita natin expected as a defending champions. Quezon Tangerines doing everything. I mean, from offense, defense, it did everything. 25 to 21.
So we mentioned sa entire 5 sets, we've seen both teams have their highs and lows. And may shining moment, bawat player, even the substitutes, they performed well. And even in the case of Binan, Abitria, as a substitute player, has been the top scorer on their side. So, yung in-game adjustments ng coaches, it's something to be commended then. Kasi nag-step up yung mga players niya when needed.
Exactly. And of course, during the third set points, just when everybody thought that Quezon Tangerines are defending champions will sweep itong Binan, well, it is a different story. And I think it is a showcase of, of strength that they can actually bounce back. And ito nga, Binan, Quezon, they take advantage of, I must say, some complacency on the side of Quezon Tangerines, and they carried actually that momentum coming into the fourth set.
Yes, and in this fourth set, it was a very dramatic set. You used that term, Sir Jong. Dramatic because at some point, umabot na nga ng match point itong Quezon, but a string of points, errors, gave the set, actually not gave it, pinaghirapan pala ng Binan to end the set on a high. And we can really see the change in momentum, the change in body language. We can feel the energy from the different teams here in the arena. Especially with that, Tudlasan really waking up in the third, fourth, and fifth set for her team.
And you know what, Pons? In every game, especially if umabot ito ng fifth set, minsan I really do not mind whoever wins. Because for me, personally, these two squads reaching the five set, they're both winners. It's not just which teams who wants it badly. And in this situation, it is a defending champion showcasing more than the power, but the heart on winning this and proving and meeting with expectation that the valuable fans have for these defending champions.
Yes, Sir Jong, and we're very happy to witness this rematch. Sabihin man nating iba yung core ng Binan team, but it was the same Quezon Binan rematch in this first round of the double round robin dito sa season na to ng MPVA. It's parang finals yung nilaro. Ganong
Yeah.
level, yung energy, yung pressure, naramdaman natin even if we're far from the court. So it's really exciting to see what's ahead for these teams kasi both teams played really well. As we look at the statistics, 68 to 61 and just tied in most of the other statistics. So despite having more attacks itong Quezon, maganda pa rin yung nilaro
Oo.
ng Binan. 61 is not a bad statistic. So both teams, minsan ang labanan lang is mindset. And I think yung composure, yung the
Yeah.
mindset you had in the fifth set, yun yung pinaka nag-matter for Quezon. That's why they got the game. And also yung 26 to 32 errors, for sure the coaches would want to address that in their next
yeah.
training sessions.
Definitely, but still a very good fight. Especially this fourth and fifth set, sabi ko nga, they put me at the edge of my seat. And what a way for us to open our Friday matches other than, watching a game extending into fifth set. But we offer more here this Friday evening as Pasay Lady Voyagers going against Caloocan AM Spiker. And that is next here in the MPVA 2025. Again, Pasay going against Caloocan.